Guitar number 51. I took this out to do the story because it was next on my cross-off list, and I'm getting buzzing all over the neck, and I'm wondering why. Didn't I do a fret job on this thing? And apparently, when I got back from Texas, I didn't do it. I checked my videos. So now, the rework must restart. Back to bench number 1. And guess what? This happened. Had to do a full fret job on the Starcaster neck. And I still can't figure out why, but maybe I will at some point. So I've just finished leveling. Got to do all the crowning and see if I can get it hooked back up to the body and see if it works. Well, I have to say this neck has been particularly challenging. I have had to go after several of the frets individually after the complete job was done, and then rechecking, especially number 8. What a beast that was. 3 times I had to go after it and take it down until I finally got it where it wouldn't rock. Okay, so it's been about 3.5 hours in on this neck, which is usually a lot more, well, it's a lot more than I usually take, let's say. That's the way I want to put it. So now we're down to the final steel wooling, and then we'll check again to see if any of those little bastards are going to be out of spec again. I did a full job, and then because I had a couple of ones I had to go after, I decided to do them and then also tape it off and then do the fall away, because when I popped this up and I looked at it, I'm going, yeah, this neck seems to have an escalating ramp. So if I take down some of these higher ones, then maybe I won't have choking out. I did check it also. It's 9.5 radius up here. So when you're bending from the E up, you're bending to a taller part of the fret here, and it'll choke out if you don't have this high enough. And usually that high enough on a 9.5 is higher than 3 millimeters, or I should say 3/64ths, 3.5/64ths on the treble side that I normally like to have. If you got to go to 4 or 5, then playing the higher pitch strings is not that much fun compared to other guitars. Your fingers keep getting caught in the height of the strings. Instead of using my thumb this time and burning it up, I decided to use the pad, because I'm going to have to replace this anyway now for the crowning portion. Instead of burning up the edge of my thumb doing this, I'm just going to use the pad. I should have thought of doing this a long time ago. So, guitar number 51. I did go back and check my work after coming back from Texas, and I did not do any fret work. I can't imagine why that escaped me at the time. Did not do any fret work. And I am paying the price now. It's important to me. Get it done right. Well, I want to get this tape off of here as soon as possible, so. Okay, I think it's done, but we'll see what happens when I get her on the body. Okay, so I'm at the point where I had this at bench 2. I cleaned it again, drilled out these holes, 13/64. I also used my homemade tools to smooth out the pocket a little bit more. And now that I'm back here, I'm thinking there might still be a tiny little edge on the bottom side. And when the neck sits like that, which is going to be my third instance of the neck sitting a little bit canted up, I always get buzzing. When you try to bend the strings, yeah, it chokes out. And I think it's sitting a little bit high on that side still. I'm going to take that piece of shim out that I had in there. I'm going to put that back in just in case. Now, all the pips are smoothed off better. And I noticed that this was quite high, so we're going to go with the smoother side. And just see. We can just get that leveled off here. I don't think it's a whole lot. But you never know. It doesn't take much. I'm running my finger along the outside of the poly just to use it as a guide and not go over on the edge and scarf it up. It's right near this point here. I got to be careful not to break that. Okay, it's a wee bit better. All right, we're going to go with that. We're going to want to turn the body this way with the neck. Put that back in the way I had it. Not saying that that was the right way, but for now, it's the way. And we want to turn it this way. Now the polishing on the chrome is holding up on the pickups as well. J-Man released a video today taking apart a $1,000 Mexican Strat and had holes, nail holes in the other side of this pocket. And turns out I have them in here too. This one was made in Indonesia. So they have a common process. Putting holes in it. Okay, now the ground wire is going to this post. And that means we're going to put a little bit of copper on there because they also bubble around. I keep a little bit here just for that. I did use plumber's tape on the bridge posts, but We're going to use copper because the grounding is there. Hit it. So you can leave a few threads at the bottom like that. That's good. That'll get it started in there, no problem. Okay. Now, where's the bridge? Oh, and you know, I put this original one back on, and I did check 9.5. And the roller one is, I think it's 14. You know, that's so close to. That's so close. I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna try the roller again. I kept this one, and I did go in and file all these slots just in case I had to leave it on. Smooth them off, make it more useful than it was, because they come off of some machine. All the saddles are the same, and there's only one little starter groove in there that they leave, and of course they don't adjust them to the size of the strings at all. All right, what a mess am I going to get into with this? Use bulldog clips to keep them together. Oh yeah, I thought the low E came right off the post, unlike the rest of them. Okay, bridge is a bit high at the moment. We're going to keep it up there. All right, let me do some of that. Well, okay, it's back together. It's tuned. It's intonated. I've been able to keep the roller bridge as I would like, and the neck is all but straight, and it works. Oh, this is just to keep my arm from sticking. It works. All right, you know the standard drill. Basic 65 deluxe. I noticed one other thing in my travels on doing all this work. The screws in the pickups had the heads raised above the cover by the full head height. And I'm thinking that looks strange. I don't have any pickups that are adjusted that way, except the ones I've purposely done so for specific reasons of reducing the amount of output I get from that string over there. The other thing I noticed in my travels is, maybe I get up close and personal, the strings over the neck humbucker do not cross the poles. It looks like, and I didn't measure it and I meant to, it looks like this neck pickup is the same width as this one. This is on the bridge. All normal settings and no booster effects. Neck. everything. Alright, so I realize that now that you just can't see the bottom end of the guitar. There we go. So the neck work that was exhausting over about 4 or 5 hours in one day has worked. How cool is that? And now it's ready for its story, which is now enhanced by the fact that this rework video had to be done before I wanted to tell you about it. And that will be next. Appreciate all your support. Catch you in the next one.